Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. So, are your weekends sabotaging your health and fitness goals? Well, I'm going to share with you some strategies that just might have you reaching your goals even faster. Stay tuned. Hey, my friend, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, The Power of Possibility, Passion, and Purpose. And we're going to talk about the weekends. Typically, people eat more and exercise less on Saturdays and Sundays. You probably knew that. You probably experienced that. I know I have. The weekend. It shouldn't be an excuse, though, to break away from your goals, but we often do. We often take that structured week, everything we've really focused on, and while our work week, we're working for the weekends, a lot of times we do that with our health and fitness goals, too. And we end up letting our guards down. For me, it used to be Fridays for me. Get done with work, maybe happy hour, maybe not. But by the evening, it was some beer and pizza, typically, maybe some movies at home. And then Saturday came, have a big breakfast. I can still smell the bacon and the eggs and the syrup, and maybe even some of those cinnamon rolls. We used to have some awesome cinnamon rolls. And then during the day, maybe some munchies, things like that. And if we're out and about, grab some burgers or eat out somewhere. And then Saturday nights, maybe going out for dinner or drinks, or maybe staying home. Getting some takeout, maybe some movies, sitting on the couch, probably pizza again. Then came Sunday, of course, pancakes. I love pancakes. And maybe throughout the day, if football's on, it's mindlessly munching on something or putting on a pot of chili, or could be a pot pie. And of course, at the end of the day, Sunday night, we have a huge dinner of some sort. Perhaps lasagna or something like that, because of course it's Sunday, right? And then because it's Friday, because it's Saturday, because it's Sunday, which eventually there became because it's Thursday. Thursday became the gateway into the last day of the week, heading into the weekend. And by the end of the weekend, you're feeling sick, bloated. Sure, during the time you were eating great things, but you might be feeling a little guilty, maybe avoiding the scale, or maybe just avoiding your plan altogether. And that cycle can be really hard to break if you don't start taking control of the weekends. For a lot of people, the weekends become such a setback that all of the hard work during the week and the progress toward those goals are basically just catching up from the sabotage of the weekend. And then we head into the weekend again. So sometimes we regress backwards because it's hard to outwork a poor diet. And, even though the weekend's just a few days, sometimes we really let our guard down. Man, it can really take us out of the game. So here's some tips I'm going to share with you. Now with this, shoot for progress, not perfection. A lot of times, a lot of you out there, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, you're one of those all or nothing. And, if it can't be done right, don't do it at all. And man, why not baby steps progress and follow some of these strategies that I give you could have you accelerating your goals even faster. And, it might be the need of setting some structure and setting some rules for yourself over the weekend. Even though you've had structure over the rest of the week, you may, if the weekends, you're going to have to get brutally honest with yourself. If the weekends are taking you out of the game, you need to dial it in just a bit, but you can still enjoy yourself. One is to definitely eat breakfast for sure. While you can treat yourself, of course, just focus on some portion control and focus on healthier options while you're still enjoying some of the things that you want. Another one is for sure, do some sort of activity. Get a workout in at least one of those days. Now, I'm the type of person that I have 7 days a week workouts, but Sunday's usually like a stretch, recover sort of thing. And Saturday's some sort of, typically a cardio of some sort. But I usually get in a workout because I want this to be a habit. And I do understand that the need for recovery, so that's why I do that on Sundays and sometimes during the week. But making sure you're doing that. That's going to increase your chances of staying on schedule right through the weekend and into the next week, even if you do get a little bit off track. Another tip is to create non-eating social plans and social events. A lot of times when you're in the restaurant, it's hard to stick to the status quo, right? So switch things up a little bit. Maybe it's meeting somebody for coffee. Maybe it's going for a walk in the park. Maybe it's meeting up at a museum for a tour. Speaking of eating, planning your treat meals. Sometimes people want to call them cheat meals, but planning those accordingly. Staying on track with your eating, and if there's going to be one meal that's a little bit off the grid, focus on portion control so you can enjoy the flavors and enjoy the things that you want. Focus on having water first before every meal, like 16 ounces of water, so you're hydrated and you're feeling a little more full going into that. There's a lot of studies out there that say having a treat meal / cheat meal helps people stay on track better with their goals. That way you're not feeling depriving. You're just delaying until that special time during the weekend. And so that can really help you out. And plan ahead. If you are going to eat out, plan ahead by looking at the menu online and strategizing through the menu. If there's an entree that you really like, look at what the sides are, look at what the sauces are put on it or whatever. And look at other items on the menu and think, well, gosh, if I have this certain entree, but it's really a fattening side, maybe there's a healthier side that another entree has that you can ask for as a swap instead. Most restaurants will do that for you. So just remember, you are the one in control. And when you go to the restaurant, a lot of times when people start to order, a lot of times when the person comes to take your order, they'll start at one person. If you can be the first person to order, you kind of set the tone for the table. And then you're not listening to everybody else's unhealthy choices, and then you're giving in to say, well, gosh, I got to fit in with everybody. So just take control. Remember, you are the one in control. And just getting prepared over the weekends. The weekdays are typically easier to stay on track because, you've got things, possibly done some food prep through the week. You're structured with your workouts and things like that. And then Friday rolls around and you've got just leftovers, or you're running out of the prepared foods that you had. So stock up on some healthier frozen dishes to keep in the freezer, or plan to get some healthy foods midweek so you have them over the weekend. Another fun thing is go to sign up for a food service to just have a couple of meals on hand, like Green Chef, Hello Fresh, Blue Apron. Those can be some fun things that you can do with the family to make some healthy meals and do some fun cooking too. And don't forget to schedule some me time. Time for yourself. Where you can plan for your goals. You can plan for your workouts, getting good sleep, meditate, visualize. Plan some of that time for yourself. Now, I know some of these things, it's going to take some practice, and you might not need to do all of them. These are just some things that I've done over the years, but the more you put yourself in control and the more structure you have, the more forward you will be in achieving your fitness goals, as opposed to, I reached my fitness goals for the week and then I slid backwards, and then reaching for the week and slid backwards, and you're kind of just in this little cycle. When you get control of your weekends, you go into the work week or the next Monday with better focus and determination. And when you start eliminating some of those roadblocks and those obstacles that are happening, you tend to be unstoppable when it comes to reaching your goals, because you haven't done any of that self-sabotaging stuff. And there's always going to be obstacles there to try and sidetrack you. That's why I created a 5-day workshop to help people chip away at those one by one. I mean, give me 5 days and you'll crack the code to burning the fat, building lean muscle, having endless energy. No matter what eating plan you're following or what fitness plan or gym you're going to, you're going to be able to do that. So it's an absolutely free workshop. And some of the things that we're doing in this workshop that are super powerful, I teach you how to target the hidden mental and emotional barriers holding you back, and how to crush the top limiting belief so that you can stay laser focused and take actions towards reaching your goals. And you can start taking the action on that immediately. And I've got a step-by-step framework that's designed to help you bust through your top barriers and have a solid game plan for achieving every single one of your health and fitness goals. And it also helps you stop the guilt and avoiding your exercise goals and your memberships or your fitness equipment or the streaming workouts or whatever it is that you've bought and never used or you forgot about and they're collecting dust. So you'll have that game plan. So if you're one of those people who you find yourself always starting and stopping your exercise plan, or you're feeling guilty, frustrated, and eventually ignoring your fitness goals year after year, you're super bummed each time you have to go and buy new clothing, or maybe you're mad because the fitness results just aren't coming fast enough and you just feel too tired, unmotivated, no time. But deep inside, you know you need to do something. Join me for this free 5-day online workshop because it's time to bust out of that monotonous routine and turn everything that you think you know about fitness, energy, nutrition, weight loss completely upside down. You can join me just by signing up or going over and checking out the page at upsidedownfit.com, and that will have all the information of our upcoming workshop. And there you are. It'll be great to have you in there. That's all I have for this week, and thank you so much for tuning in here and sharing this episode so other people can benefit. And please get over to your podcast app. If you can leave an honest rating or review and actually subscribe, that would be way, way cool. And even check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/ptinsley. That's where the Power Blast podcast is, and you'll be able to check it out over there. You absolutely rock, my friend. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.